Hi. This is the beginning of my I want to say YouTube journey. But immediately as I say that, I remember that I put a lot of videos in the last decade on YouTube with my music and other experiments. But this is, for me, the time to start creating and sharing here through video on YouTube with this project, this brand. I don't know what I'm gonna say next. There's no script, no plan, just inspiration to being here and to sharing from my heart. And I feel this is a space where to meet with every video and to share my journey as an artist, as I want to say seeker, but I know there's nothing to seek, just feeling and finding inside. So, just where I share my spiritual journey and also where I share my journey as an entrepreneur. And this brand is where project, brand, business. I struggle to feel comfortable with those labels, but I just share them to be as clear as possible. This project is the place where I share my journey. And the desire is that my journey inspires yours. And the more things we have in common, meaning if you are into your own spiritual journey, your own artistic journey, and you're also creating a business or building a project, I feel that my journey will be inspiring. And I know that not because my journey is per se important, but just like following the journey of people like me has helped me to live my own journey. So it's not that my journey is important per se. My journey, my story is just a pointer or an opportunity for you to see your own journey in my journey, as I see my journey and the journey of the people that I admire, that I feel attracted by, that I feel deeply that I want to listen and pay attention. And after a year and a half of starting to post on X and starting this brand, this personal brand, I've noticed that I'm a human, or a soul living a human experience in this dimension, on this earth, and I don't know anything, and what I have to offer is my journey. I'm alive here, I live my life, I follow my heart and do what feels meaningful, and I share what happens when I do that. I struggled a lot for a long time because this calling of sharing online has been with me for more than a decade in different ways. But I always struggled with feeling I was ready to guide others, or feeling like an imposter, like I know I don't know anything, so who am I to share the answers, right, to other people, or to become this authority figure, or put myself in the position, or forcing myself in the position of knowing what I'm talking about. It always felt forced and dishonest. But falling in love with my journey and daring to pursue it fully, and just sharing what happens, both the so-called good and so-called bad, or the so-called wins or the so-called failures, that I can really share. That it's something I feel very excited about sharing, inspired about sharing, and I know that's the biggest gift I can give to the world, and that is my own, living my own journey fully, awakening myself, healing myself, and sharing that process as openly as I can and as it feels right, understanding that there is no separation, and that if I try to change things inside of me, it's just not gonna work. We cannot change the world, we cannot change other people, but we can dare to heal ourselves and to live our adventure fully. And the more I do that, the more I see how stopping wanting to change anything outside of me and just focusing on the inside naturally has its ripple effects on the outside. And the more I try to change stuff on the outside, the more I force, and the more I feel overwhelmed and frustrated. But the more I embark on my own journey without expectations, the more connected to life I feel, and the more I can serve. Others. So this is the beginning for me, sharing in this way with you. I struggle a lot with trying to create content in the past, and it had to do a lot with trying to sound good, or sound like I know what I'm doing, or I know my stuff. And finally I realized that I can just turn on the camera and enter in the present moment and just share what wants to be shared, and trust that that's the best I can do. So, if you're an artist, you're an entrepreneur, or you are in a spiritual journey, this place is for you. I'm thankful to meeting you, and I'm truly excited of sharing more of my adventure and to serve you in your path. Thank you, and I see you soon. Much love. And if you feel like reaching out, I would love to meet you. I would love to have a talk. No expectations, just a conversation. I invite you to reach out, and I look forward to meeting you soon.